So, hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new, and welcome if you're a hashtag all day OG. I'm just laughing because yesterday the energy was so crazy. I said, hello if you're welcome, but like, yeah, I was just going that fast, it came out wrong, so sorry about that. Shit gonna happen. So, they've just instantly led me to this card again that's just kicking about, the Rainbow Dragon. As we know, I don't know if you've never heard that, I don't know why you haven't, because it's been a lot of people have been talking about that all the last year and then into this year, and we're already, I can't believe that we're into May. That's mental. So yes, happy 1st of May to you, and it's Saint Germain Ascension Day. So like I said, that's a big deal around here because I work with Saint Germain, the Violet Flame energy. They're pulling me to the box that's talking about Atlantis, which is, oh yeah, that's so current because I pulled Atlantean Soul. So these cards are absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so I might, those Atlantis cards are kicking about too. See, the message is coming too quickly here. If the phone rings as well, I'm going to have to pause this to answer it because my mum wanted to go for lunch, but I'm because of this, I'm going to get to that. I'm not feeling it. So I was already intuitively feeling that, and then I checked with these cards that just arrived. So wait a minute. There's a lot going on here, right? Because this is called the Rainbow Oracle. I hold the rainbow frequency along with Lemurian, Atlantis. I could go on and on and on. I'm connected to many different galactic energies, right? And I can tap into all these different things. I don't usually name it, like basically I've just never been one to say, oh, today the Atlanteans are telling me this, or today the Lemurians are telling me this, or today the Palladians are telling me. It's just not my style. All of that makes me cringe. It doesn't mean that I don't like other people that home in on certain things, but well, if they're genuine, which there are a lot of. But there's just other people that, oh shit, do you know what I mean? Stargazer, set your sights high. So they pulled me that when I was saying that in Father Sky too. So it all feels like astrology stuff. Trust the unknown, Father Sky, that keeps coming up. But yeah, basically, like there's something about the rainbow frequency being really, really strong right now, right? Because they pulled me that right away. But so these cards, long story short, wait a minute, I'll get into a minute. So, wee intro. My name's Claire, as I said, and everything I do is channeling, meaning that the way that I start the video is going to have something to do with whoever's going to resonate with this. Now, it'll sound like I'm talking about one person. When I'm talking about divine feminine, it can sound like that as a woman. When I'm talking about divine masculine, it can sound like as a man. Simply, that is because in my connection, that's how it is, right? So that's how it'll come through. But unless I specifically say, sometimes, like very occasionally, like when I was sitting in the chair a few weeks ago, I got a specific download. This is for a male divine feminine and a female divine masculine. If that happens again, I will go with it, right? But that's not usually the way they give me a message. But that might be happening again soon for me to home in like that. But anyway, I'm being guided to do a little bit differently recently though, and so everything I do is healing and clearing energy, and especially when it's the Saint Germain Ascension Day because I work with him every day anyway. But this is going to be the Venus and Taurus message for divine feminine energy, meaning this is, even if you are the divine masculine, the connection, whether you're male or female, this is still for you because you've got feelings that you need to open up to, your receptive energy, wherever you are on that journey. There's an alarm going off. I think that was actually to wake me. I think that was if I wanted to sleep till now, but I didn't need to because I was up really late. So they're already pulling me to the miracle of prayer, which I've noticed just come up in quite a lot of the cards. I talk about prayer all the time because it is important. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. So that's because they're reminding me. So these cards arrived all the way from Australia, right? And I'll show you the email because just I feel like there's something about this. Like, so look, right? Good news, your item has been delivered. And so there could be something significant about Australia. So this might be speaking to somebody in Australia, or you could be going to Australia, or I actually had an opportunity to go to Australia once with my family and I passed up. I know, crazy. And anybody that I know that has ever went to Australia, I've known a lot of people that have never came back, so it must be good. Like, seriously, to go and never come back, to want to come back to the people you love, it must be amazing. My sister actually lived there for a couple of years when she was younger. But anyway, so that could have something to do with all of this, like, you know, either people that live in Australia already or things like that. But that, ignore that bit if that's not relevant, because that's obviously not going to be relevant to everyone. But it was the bit about, you know, your item has been delivered. It really stood out to me because it is, you know, deliverance that I do. Like, I free people from the shackles of the darkness, you know, however you want to call it. And yeah, like, obviously with the messages every day, it's, you know, it's not just, like I said, it's not just a card read, and I am weaving the healing into it, the light code activations that you need, and actually with these particular cards as well, you know, that's definitely the vibe of these, and that's why I was drawing them, because they were fucking expensive. They were really expensive, right? For a card deck, I have paid this before, but they were expensive. But it was my birthday present myself. They really spoke to me. I'm not one for browsing on Etsy very much, to be honest. Like, but when I see somebody using something and I'm just like, what is that? I need it, like, just so I went and got them. So yeah, they're beautiful. But and also, I don't usually, if you're new, well, more often they are making me do that. And I just feel it's because, like, yeah, now we've reached the, you know, the elusive 1K mountain and we're climbing. It's because, you know, I always like to stay grounded with that, right? Because I obviously, like, this is exciting for me. But, like, we're now 1,017 people. So I'm probably not going to, well, I might. I don't know if I'm going to update with a literal number every day, because you can't see on the other side. See, there's something about not being able to see on the other side. There's something about the unknown you can't see, you know, because it only says 1 point whatever. But the point is, to me, like, I'm not losing sight of the fact that 17 souls, you know, when we just hit that other day, that's a lot, you know, because sometimes it can sit at the same number for months we've had, you know what I mean? And notice I say we as well. This is a group effort. We're a soul family if you're new around here. So basically, right, the other thing that I don't usually do is pull the cards before I've pressed record, but because my hands just keep going to cards when I'm sitting having a coffee, and I just like to sort of, I don't do this every morning, but, and it's not morning either, it's lunchtime, but when I get up, I like to just look out the window and, like, you know, have my coffee, and my hands will just go to a deck. But because I got the email saying that had been delivered, and again, the word in, like, somebody's been delivered. Well, I definitely know that somebody connected to the channel had that, because I'd had a session yesterday and I'm still buzzing from the beautiful energy of that. You know, it's anonymous, but, like, you know, it was a heavy session as well, like, you know, but it was like connecting with such beautiful souls. And we actually spoke about Lemuria and Lemurian energy, like that. Yeah, that woman was beautiful, fascinating soul. So again, when you were watching this at some point, but yeah, it was, so basically there's something about deliverance here, and I was being drawn to videos that I've done, that I've put that in the title. There was one that I done about, I don't know, 8 months ago or something, and it was SOS deliverance or something for a divine masculine. So that might be significant for someone. I genuinely haven't watched it back. I don't know if I'll have the time to, because, you know, it's quite time consuming. It's quite interesting though, to be honest. Like, that I don't think I'm going to be led to though. But I'm just mentioning it because if you feel called to, I'm basically saying because of my seer abilities, but specifically, like, I am very, very future orientated. Like I said, I'm very connected to Lemurian, Atlantis, Palladian, all these kind of energies, and the messages that I've been bringing through, specifically the last 2.5 years. But, well, I think it's just, like I said, it's just shy of that 2.5 years. But even further back than that, like, you know, just trust what you're led to, because they were pulling my eyes to ones from 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago, a year and a half ago, and it's all the same kind of titles as what I've been putting out recently. And it's ones about divine masculine, realizing about the karmic, and I'm seeing on my YouTube timeline there's just loads, and it's, when there's a wave of that, it is palpable that it's something is happening here. Like, you know, people are being delivered from evil. That seems really extreme, but that is the truth. Like, whether you are a karmic energy that has acted in a not fair way, I mean, we could say harsher things, you know, whoever you are in the story, a lover, a friend, a foe, a frenemy, a family member, a colleague, you know what I mean, blah, 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 blah. I feel those people, like I saw in the last video that I done, are feeling a lot of guilt and remorse about, you know, whatever's evil might be a bit extreme to say for some, but it just depends what's went on with different folks. But also this is about the distorted, unawakened masculines and feminines, you know, males, females, wherever you've been on your journey, that you're waking up to a way of life that you don't want to live anymore. And quickly, like, you know, like I said, that's what deliverance is. Again, if you really want a great example of that, like, you know, if you're not familiar with all of this, because remember, when I'm channeling a lot of this through, especially when I speak and it sounds like really quite religious or that, it's sometimes it's quite enlightening to me, because in this life anyway, I wasn't brought up religious or anything. Like, it'll, you know, if my family snoop on this from time to time or whatever, they'd be surprised. My friends and my family would be like finding it kind of weird, like, for me to be talking like that. But the more I just embrace my true soul, the more and more and more it comes out, which has been, you know, years now. But because I talk about that quite a lot, that I used to say spirit all the time, spirit this, spirit that, spirit that, and then, you know, the last few years it's been God, you know, God, well, actually quite a few years now. It feels like maybe 4 or 5, maybe more than that, but it's just a natural, it was a natural shift for me. I just can't really explain it, but yeah, anyway, that was so, and I finished saying all of that at 11:44, so, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a coincidence. Yeah, that is not a coincidence. 144. So, basically, I was sitting having my coffee, and because I was procrastinating a little bit, which made me laugh, because so, like, the point of that is I might share ones in the community tab if I feel a strong push that they're like, you need to draw people's attention to that video. There's a lot of people that are going to need it. I'll do it. So check the community tab. I would check it every day, you know, like, if you feel like, yeah, it depends how much my messages speak to you. The other thing is, I'm well aware of the corruption that goes on here, right? Because, like I said, I've known that the whole time. I've also had warnings from it, like, years in advance, from other people that do that I do, that A, my channel would grow, and B, that because I speak the frequency of truth, you know, I won't get pushed out in the algorithm as much. So if you do really feel like I speak to you, I would appreciate you sharing it with people that are going to resonate. Don't just share it with anyone, because my messages are weird, let's face it. That's why I was scared to do this for a long time. But I've just picked up those Atlantis cards, so there's a strong Atlantis message. I'll do that in the Divine Masculine one though. See, I'm taking a long time to get this message out. I feel like there's energies that don't want me to get these messages out, because, like I said, I activate the dormant DNA in people to follow your calling and, you know, ignite your own gifts. Like, when I first started, I called it Ignite Your Life. Like, one of my groups was that, and I noticed one of my sessions, I was looking at my PayPal thing, I'd called it that, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm meant to revert back to that. But it's just relevant, because in a session, I did bring it through here, where is it? In that session yesterday, this was the main sort of theme of it, like, that woman's a Leo. And before I looked and saw that she was a Leo, I kept going on about my Leo midheaven, right? And then she was like, yeah, I'm a Leo. And look, be the light, one with the sun. Now, Leo is sun energy. And also, when anyone's got a Leo anything, I always go on about, you know, you're meant to shine bright. You're meant to do big stuff. Like, I've been in smaller groups before where I've, like, cheered on people, specifically with, like, Leo sun or Leo rising. And basically, it was so weird, like, you know, there would be people I didn't know very well, and I would be like, you know, you're meant to be a star, you're meant to shine, you're meant to shine. And I can think of several people that then literally did go on to blow up, like, different platforms. It's platforms that I'm not a fan of, but, like, the point is, it's like, if you've got something like that, the chances are you probably are meant to be seen in quite a big way, and these are the people that I help. And like I was saying to that woman yesterday, I've had a lot of sessions with people where, and it's always ones where it's kind of been like either an exchange, which I don't tend to do because, yeah, I don't tend to do anymore just because it's like I said, most of my work is free. Like, it feels like missionary work to me, and it is missionary work, but we do live in a world where we need money. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a lot of the time that doesn't end up a fair exchange, like most of the time for me, basically, because I can do that many things, right? But I absolutely do receive healing back from every single person I work with. Like yesterday with that woman I was working with, I absolutely felt the healing back from that woman. And again, I always feel grateful for it. And for it with every single person, it's like it's amazing. But I was having a conversation about this, that specifically with the person I was connecting with yesterday, it did feel like really moving into that absolute trust that I've had for years and encouraging people that the money system at some point is going to collapse and it's not going to be how we know it. But again, me delivering that message today can really seem really far out because we're not there yet. But guess what? Guess where the moon is? The moon's in Aquarius. We're going galactic, bitches. I don't usually say bitches, but that was quite funny. But do you know what I mean? It's like, Aquarius moon is when it's like expect unexpected surprise, it's shake-ups and wake-ups, it's spontaneous awakening. I'm being led to the dolphins here. Dolphins were my favourite. I was obsessed with dolphins when I was younger. I had dolphin duvet covers, dolphin lampshade, dolphin. Now I've hardly got any dolphin in my house, to be honest, but that was my inner child, right? So I do connect with it when I'm giving these messages. And it's not a coincidence the woman I was working with yesterday had mentioned love and dolphins too. So anyway, we spoke about Lemuria, blah, blah, blah. So if that woman happens to watch this, she's really probably going to really, connect with this message. So, and like I said, you know, not everyone, it's not wise for everybody to actually comment. And I'd actually say definitely anybody that I've done things with recently, you know, you're still integrating the healing and everything. And actually, what am I saying? Specifically that woman, it wouldn't be wise to comment because it's anonymous and I'm talking wee bits and bobs here. And so anyway, but that person knows that. But just to be clear, it's like, everybody knows that. Personal responsibility and everything. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. Right, so, these were my own cards. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? I wouldn't usually share my own cards but what happens when I opened these, right? I just looked through every one, right? I was looking through every one, and it's hard to describe because I'm so telepathic, but I just kind of I get flashes. And when I was looking at one, like when I was going past, when I looked at every one just quickly, like when I went past that one and I don't know, it was another, I don't know if it was the Latin, but I basically was like, oh, that's me, right? Like feels like me. And I just said that at exactly 18 minutes. And I'm 18 because I'm the 18th of April. I'm 8. I just see it as I'm the 18th of a month. So 18 is a sign for divine feminine for me. So that's interesting. And then though, right, what happened as well was when I was going through the cards, there was one and I was like, oh, that's him, right? And it just, that's like thinking about my masculine, right? Because of the wording. And then I shit you not, right? So that was just as I was looking through every single one. Then I shuffled. And when I was asking, like, am I meant to go for lunch today? Because I feel like I'm not. Like, I feel like because of this whole Saint Germain Ascension Day and just it just feels really big. Like, even if it's just internally, it just feels like there's a lot going on. And, you know, because I'm a vessel to hold this stuff. And I just already knew, right? And then I pulled stillness. But I did ask, I said, give me a crystal clear message where there's no doubt in my mind, right? And then I pulled that. So I was like, right, okay. So in the quietness of the moment, you can hear your inner voice more clearly. So I just knew that they were saying to me, you know, you can go for lunch another day, because me and my mum do that maybe, I don't know, at least once a month, but sometimes every couple of weeks we'll just go and get a wee toasty and that and get out, just because I can spend, like I said, I can spend days in the, like I can spend a lot of time in the house and I love it, but I do need to get out and, you know, get fresh air and everything. And but yeah, not today. So not today. So that might be a message too, like something might not be today for you. You might need to go inwards. Like, so on the video yesterday, it was together tomorrow. So we know that at least some twin flames are going to be together today, because tomorrow is today. That's a weird message, but and then though, right, remember I got led to this when I was looking through them. Then I shuffled again and said, what else do I need to know? And I pulled Lemurian soul. Your Lemurian soul swims in the sea of oneness. You're the earth keepers that hold the light codes of unity. And you know, that is how I've spoke the whole time. It's like, and when I was using those words, like when I first started doing this, like working with people really closely, like say nearly 10 years ago, but 8-9 years ago, I just kept channeling that, like, you know, I activate the dormant DNA and the light codes in people, and then I was connecting with other souls that are similar to me, like, you know, like the woman I was connecting with yesterday had a very similar experience to like a friend of mine again. And it's a shame, like, you know, there's a lot of people that I connected with in the past I actually haven't spoke to in years online, or a year or so, or, you know, I've lost touch with a lot of people because for one reason or another, you know, just time and just that overwhelm and just being guided actually to pull away. And it's a lot to do, you know, there's some people I've connected with in the past that they didn't get the twin flame thing, but a lot of the same people that I might have been close with at one point may have awakened further on their journey to that. But anyway, I'm just sort of saying that if anyone lurks, because I've just realised something. I'm sure in my dreams, somebody I was really close with at one point, like I said, even if I haven't spoke to someone for ages, we're still very linked. We'll always be linked, basically. In a nice way, not in the way where you're linked to people where it's like not nice. And it was like I had an email from that person saying something. So that's so weird. I wonder if that's a vision. Like, so anyway, I'm just sort of saying, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is I know a lot of women that are like, you know, a bit older than me, and that actually were very connected to like light language from a young age. Like that was the woman I connected with yesterday, was a lot older than me, and yeah, but just very humble and very, like I said, a lot of these souls that watch me, you're very gifted and you do a lot of the stuff that I do, but you don't share it in public, you know what I mean? Like you're just quietly seeding the light, and so I'm just sort of letting it know that, like, you know, like I see you, and you know, that's very much, although that woman's a bit of both, because she's meant to be the light and she's meant to share her stuff, and that's what I'm going to support her to do and cheer her on to do. So, and because that's the point, as I looked at 2222, I am here to help. I'm here to ignite your light, right? Wake you up and help you remember your gifts, but also to encourage you to share it, because there's too many people that are shy about that, and we need people in the world. So basically, these were my cards, right? So I'm going to read you from the book, but I just want to share, so because I want to do a separate video. It might not work out me separating it, because there is no separation. With my own inner union, my divine feminine, divine masculine are united within me, right? So I'm not with my actual physical masculine, but energetically I am. He's always with me. And again, that's even more special today because I connect him with Saint Germain, because he literally looks like the bloke on the card deck, which I don't know where that card deck is, but I really should probably make a point because but anyway, so, but I do want to do it. So anyway, when I was looking through, right, that's the one where I was like, that's him, right? And then I shit you not, I shuffled and was like, where's my masculine at today? So that means my masculine, my inner masculine, but it does also mean my masculine, right? Creative engineer. You have a creative intelligence capable of multiple solutions. Now, my masculine's a lot better looking than him. Like, he's an alright looking guy, but mine's is better looking, just saying. And I go on about that all the time, that is true. But we don't want to go on about it too much, right? Because he knows that. So anyway, but beautiful soul as well as a beautiful face. Right, so beautiful everything. But see, I'm just being very complimentary of my own inner masculine there too. So, and then though, I also thought, that's him too, and that's me. And I shuffled and it came out. So Atlantean soul, your Atlantean soul brings service to humanity and awareness of universal identity. So I'm going to read them in the second video. So I suppose this is a bit of a teaser. This would be like when it's like, if you want this, you need to go to the extended. You don't need to go to the extended. Just look at the video above this. But in saying that, I will be doing a bit of that. I don't know that I'll call it an extended, but at some point when they guide me to, maybe sooner rather than later, I will be doing things will be behind a membership or some kind of paywall, but I might wait until there's a few more people. But can I just say, I'm very honoured that, like, look, I'll show you in the thing. It says, this is a lot, right? Now, can you see there, right? Wait a minute. I just screenshotted that earlier. That says I've got 978 returning viewers. And so the fact that I've only got 1,017 people, that's huge. Not a lot of people get that. But also what I'm saying is, you know, because if you're new to me, I'm a psychic detective. You know, shaman. My stomach, I don't think you heard that, but my stomach's rumbling because I haven't eaten anything. I've just been, I hardly ate anything yesterday, and then I had a chippy, and do you know what? It was the most gluttonous thing ever. I got a fried pizza, but I thought it was like, I didn't realise it was going to be like a deep fried pizza. I'd literally never had anything like that before, but it was pretty tidy. I'm not going to lie, it was quite nice. But that means, tidy means like, well, it depends. It means nice, right? It could mean good looking if you're talking about how somebody looks, but like I'm meaning like it did taste nice, but I wouldn't have it again. It was that's the last thing my body needs. But so some of you could be doing that. Maybe yous are like overeating or indulging in things you shouldn't be, or I don't know. But to be fair, I didn't know that that was going to come like that. So that again, I have no idea what I'm channeling there. That could be relevant though. Yeah, and I've lost my train of thought, so let's just carry on here. So I'm just going to read these from the book. So this might just be the Venus and Taurus message today, but I no doubt will add other ones to it. But I just, like I said, you know, it feels like, you know, it's not like I never do it, but I don't do it very much. So these were my own cards, but it's because these cards will be for other people too. But I feel it's like, you know, a lot of the masculines, I feel you're maybe needing some kind of like galactic activation on this Aquarius moon that will come through the message that I'm delivering, supported by these amazing cards. So, but I'm just going to trust it. It might be a bit ahead of the time. Like, look, because I'm used. Like, I'm a source of you know, you're a source of inspiration, become the muse of your own life and breathe imagination into your soul. Like, I know that I am a muse for other people because that is a word that many people have used for me. So, and obviously, like, when it's your own twin flame, when they wake up, you are that because it's your own energy. So I just feel there's some of the masculines need this message, so trust it. Yeah, visionary. I just keep opening the book up at Free Spirit. Yeah, okay, so there's just this, right, so let's just see. So, stillness. Oh, wait a minute, no. To just ground my energy a bit there. So, stillness. So this is for a wave of divine feminine, specifically my wave, because these were my cards. So you might not know if you're in that wave, but just listen up. And even if you are in my particular wave, it could still resonate. There, see what I mean? There's a lot of rainbow energy. They just made me do that, and I don't know why. I'm just trusting it, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. So maybe you need to get your crystals out. Clear quartz. That's the energy that I carry. Clear quartz generates all the other crystals around it. See how that connects with what I was saying? When I activate the light codes and wake you up and help you remember your gifts and all that jazz. Right, so I've lost, right, 154. I just got drawn to body talk too, so maybe somebody, I know that that's for me too. I need, and move on. Step with courage into a new phase of life. Look back only to see how far you've come. So that's jumping out at me too. Right, so in the quiet, so remember, this is the divine feminine message for Venus and Taurus, and I might pull some other cards. And this is also for divine feminine, whether you're male or female, but this is also for the divine masculine's feminine side. So watch both, okay? In the quietness of the moment, you can hear your inner voice more clearly. The art of stillness requires your full awareness in the here and now, for every moment is worth being embraced. Our thoughts can enslave us in the past or the future, dwelling on what might or might not be. That feels connected to when I said, you know, and now I get why they're like, you know, I need to share my own cards, because it's like I share my experience all the time, but you know what I mean? It's like really feel strong today that it's like that is the place that I've reached to. You don't dwell in the past or the future, and I'm quite good. I'm really quite good at that anyway. But what I'm saying is, it's not like I never have moments of, oh, you know, not feeling so great, and it's kind of like, but on this journey specifically, it's like I've let go of all expectations. Like, just be present, accept things as they are, and that's the only way things can change. Ironically, Stillness is a reminder that it's time to return to the freedom of being present. And I didn't actually know it was going to say that there. So if your mind has always been elsewhere, or you've been busy juggling many things, and you've probably in need of a Zen moment, this card suggests stillness of the mind and detachment from the desired outcomes. Again, I didn't realise it was going to say that either. Is required to obtain the peace you seek. Meditate, sit, move, or walk in quiet awareness, gratitude, and acceptance. Do you need more simplicity in your life? Are there routines that keep your mind on the treadmill? And that's so funny because I actually literally need to get on the physical treadmill, or the running machine as I call it. Stillness is available in every moment, and also Mars and Aries will support that, but I'll get onto that when I do the other message. Stillness is available in every moment. Taking that moment to pause and take a slow breath before you pick up the phone. So that's very specific. That could be very specific for someone. Is the simplicity of mindfulness, being aware of where your attention is going. Immerse yourself in the stillness and the unity of mind, body, and soul, and allow yourself to flow in the freedom of oneness where all is perfect right now in this very moment. I'm just going to pause and check my phone. Right, so, yeah, for me. My mum said late lunch, but I mean, this is like really late, but I mean, I'm not wanting to do it anyway, but I'm just put the volume down a bit there. Silent it. Right. Right, so let's read Lemurian Soul now too, because like I said, they're my cards, but I just got drawn to detach in the book too. So see, they're just pulling me to the. That's why it needs to be that I'm doing it. Like I said, there'll be some other reason. I don't need to know. I just trust. So that's for you, because when I'm saying that, I'm channeling that. You don't know why you're doing something, but you're doing it. See, because look, I'm a shaman. I just trust. The unbound energy of the ancient shaman lights the path to wholeness and healing. So that'll be for somebody as well. Right, so, and I'm going to use my very Aquarius moon cards, which is all the mix of the starseed ones. I love when I do a message in Aquarius moon, because I always use specific. It's always like this, like really, like this might be way too much for some people, but this is what I'm being guided to do. And like I've said, I've got many friends that do similar to what I do, and I've connected with many other healers, and this is messages I've had like way back from years ago, that my messages were going to go more galactic, so we're going galactic. But they've always been galactic, really. I've always given messages like this. It's just people are more ready for it, so we'll do more as I'm getting guided to galactic soul. Because I use the word galactic fairly often. And actually, that's one of the videos that's getting a lot of views. So you see, people are connecting with this. Right, 56. Somebody could be born in 56, so you could be one of our older viewers. Wait a minute, I need to concentrate. I've just looked. Wait a minute, there it is. Right, okay. But yeah, you're getting distracted, Divine Feminine, because I was getting distracted. 33 minutes, Jesus, forgiveness. Let's just give, and it shall be given unto you. So again, I feel there's something about giving selflessly to others. Look what I'm doing. If you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, you shall say unto the mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove. I've always liked that one about the mustard seed. You know, that's fit. You don't that if you've got something, and I just looked at 33. That's all you need. You know, that grain, that faith. Your Lemurian soul swims in the sea of oneness. You are the earth keepers that hold the light codes of unity. The Lemurians were the first wave of starseeds that arrived from the star system of Sirius. They created a heaven on earth civilization of oneness harmony known as Lemuria. These energetic beings designed the blueprint of harmonious paradise that we are being called to return to, a motherland that holds the frequency of the feminine divine, or divine feminine. And this is Divine Feminine's message. As we evolve, and isn't it interesting that, you know, I asked for my message for my Divine Feminine, and then I asked for my message for my Divine Masculine. So it's like, look, basically a very feminine be still message, and the feminine comes out, and then I asked for my masculine, who is a man, but also it's my inner masculine, and I get two men. Do you know what I mean? So I just love when that happens, because it could have happened the other way. Do you know what I mean? And it wouldn't matter if it happened the other way. That's fine. It'd just be like the masculines need to embrace their feminine today, and it's not today, literally today, but it could be. It could be. Who knows? It will be. I think today it is, because this resonates for me. So, as evolved through the masculine energy of Atlantis, we are now returning to the feminine energy of Lemuria, the oneness goddess. Oh my god, that's blowing my mind. That's how important this is. So that's this card, and then this is mentioned the masculine Atlantis, and I did pull Atlantean soul for my masculine energy. Again, my inner masculine, but it's also my outer masculine. Ooh, it'll be interesting to read it. So, the Lemurian souls are our current time are the peacemakers and earth keepers of the planet, and often feel a need to be near water and nature. Like I say all the time, if you'd never heard me say that, I walked for about 4 or 5 years every day by the sea, and I've only been guided the last year and a half or so to stay indoors more, because I'd done enough. My work was done. Like the cetaceans of the sea, I don't know how to say that. The Lemurian has a natural radar for higher frequencies of peace and love. They express the radiance of dolphin energy, often sensitive to sound, and responds to them vibrationally. They aspire to create harmonious environments and have spent many lifetimes honouring nature with rituals, dance and celebration. Lemurians bring the frequency of unity, and their homes often reflect this, with the aroma of incense and burning candles and a past memory of ritualistic items. There's crystals, there's candles burning all the time, there's essential oils, there's all of that going on in my house all the time. In fact, my best pal, one of them that was here on my birthday, she was like, what is that smell? And it was really lovely. It was like ylang ylang or something. But I couldn't find a blooming lighter for ages. It was like, but it was that strong, even though it was in the incense and it wasn't burning. It was emitting, so maybe you need to use some of that. They instinctively swim in the oceans to absorb the light codes of Mother Earth and are the best when working with the feminine principles. So that's what it means, we're always getting light code activations from the sun, which is interesting with that, and they're always trying to stop that, anyway. So, what I'm saying? It's like, there's lots of shit that goes on, chemtrails and all that kind of stuff, loads of stuff to stop us getting that energy. But when there's people like myself, and there's lots of other people that do what I do, that hold that frequency, like that is why it's important to keep sharing your frequency, because it's activating other people to remember. Wait a minute, I'm going to have to pause that because she's thinking I still want to go and I don't. So there might be something that you need to say no, like, I'm being guided that I don't want to. And my mum's really cool like that. She'll just be like, fine, she'll probably just bring me some. So this card requires your focus to sustain oneness in these times of upheaval. You've learned to love yourself enough to dance where inner harmony flows, and you've mastered the balance of your inner tides over many lifetimes. Possibly gained a few bruises along the way. I know I resonate with that, amen. You wear them well in the bruises of your life. They are the markers of your ascending consciousness and your radar that detects environments that don't support your expression of radiance. And see, that doesn't need to be really deep or dark. Today, it doesn't serve me to go to, I don't tend to go to busy cafes or that anyway, but it doesn't serve me to be around a lot of people today. So trust what that means to you. This is why you can gently move through this changing world with more ease and grace than most. Your gift is to express harmony, so don't be surprised if you're attached to the feminine qualities, for you are the way shores of oneness. Again, I am a way shore. So, again, this might be speaking to other people that feel a calling for that as well. It's why I go through things years in advance. I went through my dark night of soul long before many people around me. Sometimes, some people I even went through it around mentors of mine. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's hard to describe, but that's a fact, right? So again, keeping that honest, but it's like I went through a dark night of soul through many people that were guiding me. They couldn't guide me anymore because they hadn't actually went through a dark night of soul. And the thing is, it's like a medium said once to me, like, I'm really grateful for any of the teachers in my life, but because I'm such an old soul, it was always like somebody could only sort of show me so far, and then I had to just go to God for the guidance. But I feel we all just need to do that. It's hard to describe, but I feel if you're meant to get that, you'll get what I mean. It's what you came here to do in your own unique way. Yeah, so it was like my soul already had all the answers. And actually half of my soul was working out that, like I said, I've been led to a lot of people that I've been blessed with a lot of people that have encouraged me, but I've been more so led to people that haven't, like, you know what I mean, that have, or saw how bright I was meant to shine, and, anyway, so watch out for that too. cooperation, but not yet. But see, competitive energies. I wondered why they were getting me to say that, because it's like that's happened with a lot of different people over the years, and definitely whenever I've been in any kind of online group or in person, there would be people that fucking love me, and I swear to God, there'd be people that fucking hate me. And it was really draining to be in it. Like, I remember once being in an online group, and I loved the person whose group it was, but I swear to God, I was only doing it to support my friend, basically. And I did meet a lot of beautiful souls, some of which awkwardly may lurk on here, I suspect. But there was a few people in there that couldn't stand me, right? But I encouraged and cheered people and all that, but they... And people did for me too, but there was yeah, like that's basically what I'm saying. There was a few people that loved me and got me and done similar, and there was a few people that I could feel a lot of jealous energy, psychic attack, and it was all very covert, hard to prove. Like it would look like I was being overly suspicious, but I wasn't. And actually, I'm just trying to think now, and now I'm thinking of another group where I had what this is what I do. You see, I can tap into the shady fuckers, and I would say to friends of mine, "Watch out, I don't trust her." And then later, further down the line, someone would stab someone in the back. So that's happened with loads of different friends of mine that do similar. But I connect really cool people. So a lot of the time people will be like, sorry, I should have listened to you, right? So there's going to be something like that here. I'm talking about friends of mine that do similar work. But a lot of again, all the people I'm talking about, actually, I'm not connected to anymore. But like I said, I hope they're happy and everything. But some of that can come down to things like that, because I've saw things and then there's a bit of, weirdness about that. So, wait a minute, I'm going to need to pause this and get back to my mum. But yeah, cooperation over competition. Right, she texts me twice and then I phoned her, she's not answered. She's going to phone in a minute, I'll just turn the volume down. So I'll pause it though. This is what I mean though, it's like there could be a lot of chaotic energy. In the golden times of Atlantis, everyone cooperates selflessly for the highest good. And again, there's a lot about this, because like I said, I act like that with time. Like that's why I've got free discovery calls, which like I said in the last video, I'm going to call it an empowerment call, because it is not a discovery call. It is actually a free session, which like I said, if everybody plays ball nicely and doesn't take that for granted, and there's no stabbing in the back after I help people, then there'll be a guaranteed success and it's all good for all. If I have some negative experiences like what I've had over the years, I will put a stop to that. So that's me being, my strict boundary self. But right now, that's what I'm going to do. And it's not a free for all the time. It's just if you've never had a session before, it's just to meet me. Wait a minute, right, okay. Right, hello. It won't make any difference to you, but I've been away about 3 hours now. I'm only kidding. Did I read the rest of that? No, I was reading the quote. I'm hyper. Can you hear it? You know what I mean? Like, look, I know I've got ADHD, but I've actually got sloth mode in attentive ADHD. So, do I get like this every now and again? Yeah. But it's more to do with the frequencies. It's high energy. Like, I had to ground myself quite a lot before I connected with that woman that I'd never met, by the way. Well, in this life, because I knew it was going to be exciting, and I wasn't wrong. It was exciting. But because connecting with people that you just feel so connected with like that it is really exciting. I'm just going to put this card in it, but it's like I was just saying to my mum, I'm fucking hyper. So yeah. So anyway, she'll bring me a roll and it'll all be good. So it's quite funny. Right. So I keep saying this as celebration, but it says cooperation. Because each family took only what it needed, there was always plenty for everyone. A sense of abundance prevailed. What can you share today? It may be your friendship, your time, or something tangible. Receiving this card guides you to give away anything you no longer need. It also suggests that you cooperate with others for the greater good. Be generous-hearted and your rewards from the universe will be great. Cooperate with a vision greater than yourself. Yeah, so it's like, it can look like to others like I'm being crazy or too generous, but I know that when you give from an open heart, like slow down, that's a fucking hell, that's a strong message today. Stillness and slow down, that could be the thumbnail. Tend to your garden. Sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden, as my voice slowed down. So if you're the divine feminine, do that. If you're the divine masculine, vibing with this, do that. We the Hathors and the seas of Mintaka. Deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. So again, we are in some kind of union portal. Definitely with the... Oh, that's why. See what I mean? It is because it's the fucking sorry for saying fucking, but the Saint Germain's Ascension Day, that's what it is. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. There's shit kicking off, guys. There's shit kicking off. Right, so, in a good way, but I think it's chaotic as well for some, so you'll know if you're in it. We'll see, when we do Divine Masculine cards, we'll surely see. What do we need to know? So play, Divine Feminine, see, this is why, I get it, this is why they need to be different. Although this can still make sense to Divine Masculines, this is why they need to be different. Play, I'm going to get the tunes on again. Because I'm hyper anyway, I'm going to get my house tunes on, I'm going to get my running machine, have fun, celebrate. Celebrate good times, come on. That's why. And didn't that mention sing, dance, something like that? I did when I was reading it out. That's why I was seeing that as celebration when it says cooperation, because that was about to come out. See, that's clairvoyance. I'm teaching you about clairvoyance. Don't be so serious. Yeah. If you're feeling there's a serious, heavy energy in your life, play. Distract yourself. Do something fun. Watch a nice film. Watch, I don't know. And I'm not talking about the kind of films that I get, because sometimes, most of the time I get guided to watch a film, right? And it's for the collective. It's for me, but it's for the collective too. And then there's other times I'll purposely put on a film that I find really funny, just because it makes me laugh and it uplifts me. So know the difference. Like, I'm not going to put on one of these like really thriller ones that's all like, whatever, like that one the other day. Although I would watch that again, it was good. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Wow. This is what I mean by God speaks through me. I said spontaneous awakenings because that's what Aquarius moon says to me. Also, this is, I love this card because I'm a Blu-ray twin flame. I'm actually a Blu-ray violet twin flame, if we're getting specific about this, with the rainbow frequency. And like I said, I could go on and on, but so this might really speak to other people that feel you're a Blu-ray twin flame as well. I saw that when I was shuffling. That's 3 different decks. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? And I feel that's connected to what I was saying, that is who I truly am is changing, because I'm just embracing the new earth frequencies even more. Like, I've been in it for years, but I'm just like, fuck it, let's go. Like, I'm steaming on ahead. Who's coming? Do you know what I mean? Like, right. So, because of the nature of this being a Venus and Taurus message, I'm actually going to have a break between this one and the masculine message because it's so intense. But I'm just trying to look for, let's do some Venus-y love messages. So what does the feminine need to know? So it's not all feminines, but your masculine wants to say to you, oh, I think that's saying a lot, isn't it? Oh, actually, I know why they're showing me that. So again, with YouTube being so crazy, but here we go. I'm a rebel. Sexual union. Honour the place in one another where you're one eternal soul, for there you'll find true bliss. That is very strong right now. That's all I'm going to say. That's very strong. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. I don't need to elaborate on that, do I? Mars is in Aries. That's passion. Mars rules Aries. It's very passionate energy. Your divine masculine also wants to say to you, oh yeah, this makes it, because it's for the feminine, this is what I'll do. It gets a bit confusing, but your masculine wants to say, I'm sorry, I miss you, and I hope that you can forgive me for all the things I've done. I know that I've hurt you very badly in my words and actions. I'm truly very sorry. It was all because of my own insecurity and fear. So whether a masculine would be that honest, I don't know. But, and oh my god, that's what they want to say. Oh yeah, that is the same card that's just come out twice. I'm interested. I know you're focusing on other things. It makes me curious about what you're doing. I want to share your dreams. Yes, so if somebody wasn't interested and they were ghosting you and all that, because you've detached, they're feeling the pull back to you. Because that's no playing games or anything. It's because it's your own energy. They're getting more interested in their own energy. Hooray. And I'm just going to put my hands down here and get a message. The diamond-hearted bikini. Oh, that is the other, that's funny. That's the other energy I'm connected to, is the diamond frequency. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Yeah, so this is about the feminines have accepted their own shadow and integrated it, which helps your masculine, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. Yeah, so that's, look at all the colours too. So there's something about root chakra. I would say the root chakra, grounding something into the material. That's what Venus and Taurus says to me. So I'll trust that this made sense to you. I will read these beautiful cards for the masculine energy, but this one will go out first, so there might be a bit of a delay between, or they might go out at the same time. See you later.